The LA Marathon is special, the same reason that LA is special. I feel like LA is one of those places where you gotta take all of it or none of it. I am big on inclusion, diversity, the beauty of like life. No other race does it like us. It sounds cliche, but it's the journey, because no one else, that's what we have. You can be whatever city marathon you want, but you can't go from Dodger Stadium through all these neighborhoods and into Santa Monica Pier, because the only place where those are is where? Here. A destination marathon that gets to see like humanity, the range of like the world. Like you're gonna see the range of the entire world over that race. I've never said this before, you're bringing this out of me. I'm just thinking of what I loved about it. I'm just like, it's overwhelming almost. You're like, this is crazy.
It means amazing. It means a lot for the charity, but mostly for the kids that are dying and suffering of not having clean water. So we have over 700 strong running with us today, and it's amazing. 60 to 80% of our people that run walk with us have never run anything in their life. This is not like we don't normally get runners off the street that go, you know what, I'm gonna add a cause to that as well. We love when that happens, but that's rare. We normally get, I've never done anything athletic in my life, but for some reason I'm feeling like I'm gonna run a marathon. And there's times when you're leading that, you're inspiring people and you go, you're even nervous. You're like, you don't wanna say it, you're like, yeah, you can do this. You can do this. And they do it. So right now, 844 million people, children, don't have access to clean water. 1,000 children under 5 a day are dying. So it raises funds. Every $50 brings clean water to a child. Every $50. So that's what they're doing. They tell people, we have a bunch of non-runners. They don't necessarily love it, but they love people. They love children. So that's why they're here.
Oh gosh, when my daughter said, Mommy, I'm running a marathon and so are you, I was like, okay, what the heck. It just gives me the time to think about things. Sometimes I pray when I'm running, or I think about other things, or just the beauty. We see things out there that people never get to see when you're in a car.
It's pretty fun. Not many people get to do that, and we've been doing it for a long time now, so we started much younger, obviously. Yeah. And we're still doing it, and I think, you know, until the day we die. We get to spend a lot of time together, training as well as running and eating, which is always nice. That's the best part about training and running a marathon, is you get to eat. So that's amazing. And again, we get to see what we do, how we change the world by what we do. We've traveled actually to Africa to see the communities that we are impacting, and knowing that what I'm doing here in Los Angeles is making a difference on the other side of the world. It doesn't get much better than that.
There are people that have never taken on anything this fearful in their lives, and we say on the other side of fear, right, are the best things of life, and I've seen that.
He's not even tired. We ran, how far did we run, you think? At least a half a mile.
Yeah. I find out I'm going to Africa. I started in January, and I knew the trip was going to be in October. My heart and my mind was racing the entire time. But there was a part of me that thought, to be very honest, are we exaggerating? So I went with that posture of, I need to really know, is this need that drastic? Is that need that drastic? The worst part is I found out that not only is it that drastic, it's worse. And I want us to sit in that for a second. You have children, I have children. Our child, there's no difference between our children that have so much, that are playing with everything that's going on. And this child was born, no fault of their own, into a place, into a situation where nobody's coming. And they cannot get to water. And they're walking 6 kilometers one way, sometimes multiple times a day, getting attacked by animals, getting kidnapped and raped, not going to school. And they're working sun up to sundown. And they're getting this water, and they're using the jerry cans that we use, and they're putting it in water that you wouldn't wash your car with, you wouldn't feed it to your dogs, anything, and the water is actually killing them. It has parasites, it's causing diarrhea, all that, and in some places it's 50% mortality rate. That means 50% of the children don't reach the age of 5. and you're seeing this, and I'm going down to this watering hole and I'm like, what is going on? This can't be real. It's a heavy trip, but it's a beautiful trip, because there's not, what you don't see is, it's not set up to just break your heart, because you're gonna see like, wait, you're making a difference. So they take you to where the water has come, and now you're seeing the schools. Wow, why are all these kids in school? Well, because they're not walking all day long. These walks are multiple hours, and sometimes they have to do it multiple times a day. Now they can go to school. In our minds, it's like, it's just a few dollars a month. It's $39. And I know it helps, but you don't think it's to that level. But it is to that level.
Obviously, I've been running for years, and I've been running with Team World Vision for many years. But once you see the work and you see $50 provides clean water for one person, sponsorship of one child provides actually a change for 5 children in that community, and then seeing these communities where children are going to school now, where teachers are able to come in and spend time to teach, again, where there's water and to deliver excellent health care, really good medical care, it made me realize what I'm doing here is so important.
Done some amazing things. They do some amazing work, and sponsoring children is just, for my husband and I, just more children for us. We have 2 daughters, 3 grandkids, and we have 9 sponsored kids, so we have a lot of children.
So 1% of people will run a marathon, then 1% of those will do it for someone else. So do the math on that. I didn't. Like 1% of 1% is what we're talking about, of people that will take on something this challenging, take on the risk, the time, and do it. You change. So that's what happens. My life changed completely, and the stories they just keep going.
We look at it as water changes lives. By bringing clean water into a community, you drop the childhood mortality rate, that's for children under the age of 5, by 50%. So literally, those lives that would have been lost are no longer lost. Those kids are being able to grow up, and then the other work that comes around them, they're able to grow up, they're able to get an education, they're able to impact their community. And these are the future leaders of the world. You know, our impact only lasts however long we live, unless we pour into another generation.
So that child suffering without clean water, without a chance in life, is the exact same as my 3 children. Once that happens to you, you're done. Once you really believe the value in every single human on this planet is the same, and that the same God created us, the same God has the same value or needs for us, there's something in you that says, what can I do?